Bom dia mundo. So my birth pool has arrived. Yay, finally. I'm gonna open it and see if everything is there. Hopefully. It took 10 days in total from when we ordered it to getting here today. It was shipped 3 days after we ordered it on the website, and it actually arrived in Portugal 3 days ago, but then it was the weekend, so they obviously don't deliver over the weekend. So yes, we have it now, so let's see what it looks like. Right, so initial looking in the box, it looks like everything is here. You could just buy the birth pool itself on its own, but we ordered the accessory kit with it as well, and also the submersible pump to fill it and empty it, the hose to fill it up, so this will attach to the taps in the bathroom. I went for the mini birth pool, which is just for one person, and there was another size, a normal standard size pool. They were the same price as well, but the bigger one you can fit 2 people in. So for instance, if Jay wanted to get in as well, we would have had to have got that one and not the mini one, but Jay doesn't want to get in. I don't quite blame him for that. It just makes more sense for Jay to be out of the pool in case I need something, and splashing in and out just doesn't seem practical. So I will be going solo in the birth pool, but the mini pool, it's supposed to be quite cozy, so you sit in it and you feel quite secure and like a little cocoon. So a little warm water cocoon, that's how I'm hoping I will feel. This is the pool in here, but it's actually really heavy, so I'm going to get Jay to lift that out. Alright, so on the website all the instructions for the birth pool are in PDF format, which we've already downloaded, but it does say on the box as well that you can't actually unfold it or blow it up or anything for 3 days because of the material it's made from. If you unfold it after it's been folded up for a while in a certain temperature and you get it out in a cooler temperature or something, and it may split the plastic PVC that it's made from. So you have to allow it to acclimatise to your environment before unfolding it. But this is everything else that was in the box. There's a pool liner which you can't use until you're ready, some non-slip floor mats, the tap adapters for the hose pipe, a sieve, lovely. There's also a couple of guides like how to attach it to your taps depending on what type of taps you have. And the water pump we bought, we got it with the European plug adapter. You could have had a UK one or European one, so obviously we went for the European one. So that's it, that is what's in the box. The only thing we don't have is a pump to actually blow up the water pool. They didn't actually sell them on the website, so apparently any pump can be used. So we've got the pump from my birthing ball, so we're hoping that will work. So very happy that that arrived today, because we now are feeling very ready for baby to arrive. Her room's ready, her cot is ready, or her little Moses basket, and yep, the birth pool was the last thing that was really missing before we were like, right, let's do this. So that's here now, ready for baby. Right, we're just gonna hang the laundry on the line. It's a lovely day out here today, so it shouldn't take long to dry. And then we have to do a quick supermarket run because we don't have anything for lunch. Eden's having a little wander.
That's that done. I'm realising that I'm going to need to buy some more socks, because in Thailand I lived in sandals. Here I wear my trainers and socks every day so far because we've come at a cooler time. So I'm going to have to go and buy a big set. I've had a really frustrating morning My phone network out here is Vodafone, and it's a prepaid tariff, so at the end of every 30 days I have to pay €13.50 to keep my number and internet working. But the problem is they don't have a simple system here where you can just type in a number on your phone and get to a top-up line and just top it up. You either have to do it through their app or you have to do it at the store. And if there's no store near you, you have to do it through the app. But you can't get the app on your iPhone if you're in Portugal because you don't have access to the Portuguese app store. So I had to open an account in Portugal so that I could download the app, and then when I downloaded the app it wouldn't allow me to access the store because it thought it was a UK phone. I still have to go down to a cash point to type in a reference to top up my phone. So it's not a simple process. I'm not sure if you're allowed to have a actual contract unless you have a Portuguese bank account or something. So prepaid all the way, it's just not as simple as what I'm used to.
Right, quick shop time, got my little list. Go and get something for lunch. See you soon. We are back from the shops. Took a bit longer than expected as always. Jay's showing you some water.
Yeah, no, we bought these specially for Sasha's birth plan.
Well,
so she can drink out of a straw, have little short bottles.
My birth pool has a cup holder.
Yes.
Right, so I'm going to make a cheese roll now and Jay's going to do the unpacking.
Cheers, Susan. Cheers. We're just watching the Mitchellaks. It's actually quite good to watch them at this stage, right? Because they've got a kid that's about 2 years old now, and they carry about the same amount of camera equipment around that we carry. So to see them struggling with all that is kind of a little bit more baby prep for what is to come, because I know it's going to be much more difficult. Alright, now it's time to get back to work. A couple of months back, actually maybe even more than that, we put up a video where it was from me, which was my pregnancy for men and how I got on the baby train, because for anybody who knows me, I've never really been excited about having kids. But when we were talking more and more about making this actually happen, that channel, the Mitchellaks, was one of the key turning points for me in my mind that made me thought, this can be done the way I would like it to. I love the fact that they go out and they make videos about family life cinematically, and they just capture things that most people would never ever film, because you wouldn't just have your camera with you all the time if you weren't doing it for a purpose. So starting to watch that channel was one of the things that convinced me that it is actually going to be something I'm actually personally going to enjoy. So if there's any guys out there that are into making films or any kind of creative outlet and they want to see what did it for me, check it out. Put a link below. Meanwhile, this Russell monster, anything that rustles, she will come and investigate. Eden, these are chia seeds.
You want a bag of chia seeds, Eden?
It'd be good for me. It could be good for my heart.
You wouldn't know what to do with them.
I'll put them in my meat. Just came outside. Laundry's still not dry. We're probably going to have to start utilising that tumble dryer under the house soon. We've decided to come and eat our nectarines outside because they're so juicy that they drip everywhere. Isn't that right?
That's not the reason why.
It's one of the reasons. There's a hammock out here too.
Yeah, I'll let you get in the hammock though.
Alright.
It's a bit of a challenge for me now.
Still holding strong.
Yeah. Having the birthing pool arrive this morning has really made everything click into place. And we were saying the other day that sometimes we feel completely ready for baby. We're not worried about anything, everything's going to go to plan, and we're ready. We're just excited and happy, and we just can't wait for her to be here now. And then other days we'll wake up and just be completely overwhelmed and panicky, and everything just seems like a lot in the lead up to her birth, because we don't know what to expect. This is our first baby. I guess no one really knows what's going to happen. No one knows if you're doing the right thing and you've prepared enough, or maybe you've prepared too much. Our life is about to change dramatically, and some days we feel completely ready and others we just don't, and we crumble a little bit. But today is a good day. We're feeling ready, we're feeling positive. Having the pool here now, it's just a waiting game.
We've never been the types of people to over prepare for stuff. I think we're just the right amount of prepared. If we'd done any less, we would feel a bit childish. If we did any more, we'd start worrying too much. So right now, it feels okay. I mean, for example, yesterday I was reading Sasha's breastfeeding book. Now technically, the guy doesn't need to read that, but I'd like to know what Sasha has to go through in that period of her life. So I felt like reading that was an important preparation for me. Whereas other fathers might not. It's probably wasted information, but just getting to that right level, it's a tailored personal thing, and I feel like I'm in the right place now. So yeah, today is good, and maybe tomorrow I'll feel completely different.
My breastfeeding book that I bought is actually a really good book. Possibly it's one of those things where you read before you've actually done something and it just seems like, what? This is much more involved than I ever thought it would be. Breastfeeding is something that I really do want to do and try at least, but reading the book, it does kind of make you think, wow, this is a lot of knowledge that you need. That is all brand new information to me, and we're trying to learn it as best we can. So when she's born, I kind of know a little bit of what to do, and I'm sure it will be a case of learning and practicing as you go along, and you can never know beforehand. So that's what's keeping me at ease about that at the moment, is it will be one of those things that you just need to do and try new positions and timings and things like that. But it is a very good book, and it gives you examples of like feeding schedules and routines and things like that, which I think will come in really handy, especially in the first few days at least, when everything will be
One thing that I learned from that book that I thought was really interesting for guys is that the size of a woman's breast actually does determine how much milk they can store. So women with small boobs struggle to keep a supply going all the time and may need to top up with formula more often than somebody with large boobs. I just thought that it would be something that was continuously coming through. So I find that really interesting, just even though I'm never going to do that because I can't, just to know that that's the biology of a woman in that way is fascinating to me. Wonder if I'd like to join my dad in a hammock. Would you like to join me in a hammock? I don't think so. You're more interested in Mum's nectarine. Moving here to Portugal in the last few months before baby's born has been one of the best things I think we could have done. It's kind of like going to a meditation retreat or an eco resort before a big lifestyle change or something that's going to affect you in ways that you're not prepared for. It's given us this time to learn at our own pace, to take away some of the stresses that we had when we didn't have a home, all that kind of thing. So the timing in the end has worked out well, despite moving while being pregnant and coming from country to country. In the end, I think it all worked out.
Right, we're heading back in now. I just picked up a few kindling sticks from the garden to add to our fire pile. Yesterday we didn't film it, but we did a little maternity photo shoot in the garden. It was really nice lighting, so we decided to take the moment and get some shots. We also done a few around the house as well. It's been on my list of things to do for about 2 weeks, so we decided let's just do it now, tick it off in case she comes, and then I won't have a bump anymore, and then I'll regret not taking any photos. So we just got a couple of nice shots in the garden, which we're really happy with, and I'm now going to spend the rest of the afternoon editing them. Alright, the editing of images is coming on well. I've only done a few because I had to look through all of the ones that we took to pick them first. You're sitting out here in darkness, Joe.
Yeah, we just got that.
And I'm going to make dinner now. Tonight I'm making a cheese, rice and lentil bake with mushrooms. So I haven't had it before, but I found the recipe online and thought I'd give it a go. So hopefully it'll be alright.
In the absence of a pepper grinder, this is what we've been reduced to. Putting peppercorns inside a Philip bag and smashing them with a rolling pin. We do need to go back to that home store and buy a printer and also a pepper grinder and some other bits and pieces like some non-slip feet or grips to go underneath that carpet we bought because it's just too slippery to put on the floor. So another home store visit is definitely on the cards, perhaps tomorrow. Yeah, that was the best I could do with the rolling pin. It's not too bad, it's not great, very coarse. Gonna get a bit of a pepper hit.
Right, it's all prepped. I think it looks really lovely, and yes, it made 2. So one of these is going to go in the freezer, so we have some meals ready for after I've given birth and we don't want to cook every night. That will be one of the meals.
This is the result. Doesn't look too bad.
It smells really lovely.
There are a lot of mushrooms in here, so I hope that they taste good.
Right, you do the taste test.
It's okay. It's not too mushroomy. I can taste the lentils. I could get used to it. So we're going to end the vlog right here. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed today. Don't forget to check out the web store in the description below. And we will see you next time for more stuff.
See you, bye. Yeah, it's quite lentily.
Ever wanted to be the imaginary friend of an idiot
It is a
boy
bit like
in
a
the west of
risotto,
Ireland?
Yes.
Me neither, but there you go. Allow me to introduce Martin, Paul, Kenny, Dalglish, Moo.